Welcome to Macy's Backstage, guys and gals. There's some guys who's probably watching. There should be guys watching. They need to do their houses just like women do. Stop putting everything on your wife. Stop having your mom come over and do it. Anyway, we are in Macy's Backstage. It's a quick trip today because I was in Macy's Backstage for probably about 14 minutes, and then I was in Macy's for about 6 or 7. Neither had a whole lot, but they had enough to do a quick trip video. So let's get right into it. Now in Backstage they have a lot of little like just trinkets. After a while the table just has random stuff because it's not like it's Macy's. It's not a collection and you have this or that. It's just whatever little knick-knack paddywhacks that they put on there. So some of the prices I did skip over because there's so many little things. It would have taken too long, and plus it's not really a point in me filming it because after a while they were all just pretty much the same price. But they actually do have pillows. Sometimes the Macy's Backstage doesn't have a wide selection of pillows to go with whatever season you're shopping for, so they did have those. I was glad to see that. So if you need any pillows, want them cheaper, because pillows shockingly are not cheap depending on where you go. Like Home Goods and stuff like that, they're very expensive, but in like other stores they're not cheap. So if you want maybe a little bit higher quality, go into Macy's. They have a lot more stuffing in them because some pillows are just so flat. It's like, what's the point? Why did you give me this? There's nothing in here. But anyway, I said all that to say they have pillows. They didn't have a lot of tall signs like these, but they had a few, but these were not easels, so you would have to put these on a wall or something. They didn't have any hook in the back for you to put on the wall, but I guess you could make one. These probably are supposed to just stand up, maybe put them on a mantle, have them up high or something. I don't know what exactly to go for, but they did have 3 signs, but you can also use it outside if you wanted, or standing up by a door. You just have to put something behind it. So they had those signs, and that was pretty much it. So obviously Macy's Backstage is going to depend on what Macy's you're going into, but this one only had 3 little signs. They didn't have anything else for the wall really. I think it was maybe one other one like "Wobble so you gobble" or something like that, but they didn't really have anything. So if you go to Macy's, if you see anything, that's probably all they really have, because again, it's just whatever they get. I don't know really how Macy's does it. We know how TJ Maxx does it. They showed us. We know how that happens. I feel like that's how Burlington and Ross and stuff do theirs too, but I don't know exactly how Macy's does theirs. But I did notice that there was an item in Macy's Backstage that was also in Macy's. I didn't film that though, and so I'm assuming and I'm wondering if they take things from Macy's that's old or that they just don't use anymore or whatever, and then they put it in Backstage. I think that's what they do. So I think all of the stuff in Macy's Backstage is actually Macy's items. They just mark them down and put them in Backstage, like Nordstrom Rack. So that's a smart move. You can still make money even if something's out of season or you're not using it anymore. There was a lot of people shopping today, so it was like a lot of families too. So people are definitely looking for their fall stuff now. Fall is in full swing. It starts tomorrow. Actually, when I post this, fall will have started tomorrow, and I'm so excited because it's actually going to be 66 degrees where I am. It's going to be like 66 degrees, mid to low 60s, and then at night it's going to be in the 40s. I'm so excited because I love cold weather. So that's why I always wait until October 1st, because that's when it starts really feeling like fall to me. Ain't no way in the world I'm decorating before then. So I'm so glad the temperature is dropping very rapidly. We went from psychotic heat waves to all of a sudden just being in the low 70s or mid 60s, and I'm excited. And I'm going to decorate next week sometime, whenever August 1st is. So I'm so excited. I'm so excited. The weather is chilly and it's going to finally start feeling like fall. The only thing I need now is for the leaves to start dying. I need them to start dying and falling on the ground so I can kick them as I walk, have on my little jacket, go home and get me some hot cocoa. I know you're ready because I so am. I love it. I can't wait. Now these little gems here were salt and pepper shakers. They had, I think, 2 or 3 options, I don't remember, but that's cute. So that's what that is. One of them, I don't know if I picked it up or not, but one of them that they had there, it might have been in Macy's, I don't remember. I don't think it was in Macy's. It actually said salt and pepper shaker on it, because I was trying to figure out what exactly it was. Like I said, I'm looking through the camera, so I can't really read anything looking through the camera because you're filming, you're not really seeing. But then the other one is flat out said salt and pepper shaker on it. So that's what those little cute trinkets were, and I think that's cute. And they didn't have any pots and pans. Actually, they didn't have any pots and pans, but they did have a little bit of kitchenware, dinnerware. You'll see it. Now I tried for the life of me to try to find a price on this, and there wasn't one. There wasn't a sticker on this one, and it used to be pick up the next one. It wasn't a sticker on that one either. So I don't know how much this is going to cost if you like it. I'm just going to take an educated guess, and I'm going to say it's probably $14.99 or $19.99, judging by the quality and the price tags of the other things around it. So it was a few things in there I noticed didn't have tags, so I don't know if they fell off or if they just didn't put them on there, because you know, probably working in a store like that, it gets crazy. Tags probably fall off and people picking things up, reaching over things. So I think most of the stuff in this video has a price tag, but some of it I couldn't find. But it's no big deal because it's not going to cost that much, because Macy's Backstage, in my opinion, is very affordable. It's funny because I actually like the pumpkins in here. I know y'all like, oh my goodness, shut up about the pumpkins, but I actually like the pumpkins in here. I like the color, I like the look, I like everything about it. So I was pleasantly surprised, and they didn't have a lot. And so I'm starting to wonder if maybe some things need to have a slightly smaller selection when people shop, because after a while, depending on what it is, things can become overwhelming or it can get repetitive. So I'm wondering if sometimes collections or whatever the item is that's being sold, it needs to be less options so that people can just zero in on the ones that are there, instead of just seeing a wall or a sea of pumpkins or forks or whatever it is you're shopping for. That's just a thought for me. I wonder. In case you're wondering, all of the fall items in Macy's and Macy's Backstage were traditional fall colors. They didn't have anything deviated. There was no blues. There was nothing. There was just only fall colors. So if you're looking for anything that isn't, the only thing that they had, no, actually, because they still had fall colors. The only thing that was kind of different was they had a little Yoda Christmas, what is that called? a Yoda kitchen mat. I'll say Christmas mat. A Yoda kitchen mat, and they had a Yoda mug. So that's the only thing, and I only say that because Yoda's green, so that's the only thing I can think. But green can go for fall too, because I used green before, like the little emerald green, because I mean leaves, even though the leaves are dying, some are still green sometimes as fall goes by. So it's even green in this bottle here, so you can use green. But anyway, they only had traditional colors: orange, I think a little bit of the red and yellow, and then like white for the backdrops. That's it. This sign is cute. Looking back at this now while I do the voice work, I like this. I'm actually thinking of where can I put it. I like it. I hate when I watch these videos back and then it's like, oh, this is cute. Oh, that's cute. Oh, I want this or I want that. And it's like, no, don't go back to that store. Nikki T, don't go back to that store. You already got enough stuff. You don't need it. I don't know. It's not making my habit worse. I just need to take deep breaths and let the cuteness go. Just let it go. Let it slip out of my hands. Let it float away into the, island of gorgeous home decor. I don't know. I love it. I want this. I want that. But I'm getting better. Now that I think about it, I don't even think I have a habit. I think I just like quality. And I'm the kind of person I don't want to plan ahead, because now that I think about it, I throw out stuff every year. Like every time I take out my home decor for whatever season it is. Are you the same way? What I do is I go through everything, I dump it all out, I go through it and see what is it that I haven't used in years. What is it that I'm sick of seeing? Like if I'm genuinely sick of looking at it, that's when I'm like, you know what? If I hate looking at this, I just need to go out to the store and buy something else to replace it. Something that's like it. Like when I'm sick of garland, I gotta donate the garland or throw it out and then go get new garland, something that I actually want, something I want to look at. Because when I buy these things, I plan on keeping them until they start falling apart. Like it's not getting bought and then I'm never using it again. No, these are going to get used. Even if I hate it, I'm gonna keep using it until I feel like I got my money's worth. That's why I end up with stuff at the end of the season when I'm taking them down and I'm like, you know what? Do I want to keep this? I don't know. And then I'll put it away. And then that's why the next season when I go and take everything out, I'm like, I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want this, because I'm sitting on it and I'm thinking about it. So actually, I don't have a habit. I'm smart because I buy things I know I'm going to use for years to come. And every year I gather up all the stuff that I don't want and I donate it. So I'm kind of replacing things that I'm getting rid of. So I'm not bad. I'm just picky. And at the same time, I overthink things a little bit, like with the wreath, because I wanted that wreath back in July. I should just got it then, but I'm like, but what if I find something better? And what if I find a better price? So, I think it's not that I'm bad. It's that I want everything and then I overthink everything just with home decor, because I'm fine with everything else, to the point where it seems like I'm just a mess and all over the place. But I'm not. I'm actually very organized. I'm proud of me. I'm always talking about how I got a habit. I don't have a habit. I use those things for years. I'm getting my money's worth. And here's the little baby Yoda I was talking about. They have it in I think this is a butter dish. They have it in this dish, and then they had a matching kitchen mat that looks just like it. I did actually film the kitchen mat, but the footage was so wonky. I don't know how that happened. It like rotated my camera around weird and oddly, so it's not actually in here. But it's a kitchen mat that matches it. I think it's 30 by 50 or 40 by 52, something like that. So you can get the little Yoda butter dish and the mat. But then like that's the only pieces you would have. It wouldn't be a full collection. But how about this dish here? This dish is so nice. I want it, but it's like, would you put this on display or would you put it on the table to use? I feel like this can go either way. If you had it on display, I feel like it'd be an eye catcher, like a centerpiece up in your china cabinet or on a mantle. It doesn't have to even go on the table. I feel like if it's like just decor, when you do your tablescape, it would be wasted on the table. So I feel like something like that for decor when you're not using it before Thanksgiving, I feel like that should go on the wall somewhere, because it's too gorgeous, and with the way it's done, it just makes more sense. And this plate here, one of the items that did not have a tag. I checked all the plates when I cut the camera. I looked at the plates, the dishes, none of them had a price tag. So I feel like it's probably like $14.99. Now it's the $20 and under table, so it's not going to cost you any more than $20. The only reason I say $14.99 is because a lot of the stuff on that table was just no more than that. And since that seemed to be something that will be higher than the rest, since it's a bacon dish, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say $14.99. But when you go in your Macy's Backstage, you probably will have a price. Mine didn't. So good luck to you. Hope you find it, and I hope you like it. This is a cutting board. I feel like this will go good in the kitchen. It's just sitting up on the wall. Like if you can lean it, if you have an aisle, if you don't have like a, you know where the sink is, set it up there. If you have something that's a table or something that's leaned near a wall, set it up there. I think that's good for home decor. And I feel like that won't really chip as much as a wooden one, but I also feel like it's not as sturdy because that was, since you saw the shine, you can see it's not wooden. It's actually some type of plastic and I think acrylic. So you can cut on it. At first I was like, you're not going to be able to cut on this, but it seems like with the material you can cut on it. I think I had a cutting board or used a cutting board like that before. You can cut on it, but I don't think it'll last as long as a wooden one. But then at the same time, it'll be way easier to clean than a wooden one would be. And here we are now in Macy's. Macy's, people. So you're going to see the huge shift in prices from Macy's Backstage to Macy's. That's why if you see something in Macy's, you might be able to luck out and find it at Macy's Backstage. Like the one dish, they actually had it at Macy's Backstage. They were two different colors, but it was the same thing. So sit back and hold on to your butts, like they said in Jurassic Park, because the prices are completely different. But it's Macy's, so no surprise there. I can't lie though, there was a major difference in Macy's and Macy's Backstage setup. Like the setup alone, Macy's, it was clean, it was in order. Obviously it was more than one because it's, you know, Macy's. It wasn't just like a discount store. It looked nice. It drew my eyes immediately. I was about to go up the escalator and I just happened to look over it and I was whoa, and I ran over there because they even have like the dim lighting. It was horrible for my camera, but the dim lighting was perfect because and then they had the orange wall, so it looked like it was kind of like glowing a little bit. And it was like, oh, this is so fall. Macy's got it right with this little area. So going from Macy's to Macy's Backstage was completely different because Macy's Backstage, everything, you can tell they put it everything where it was supposed to be, but since it's not really cohesive, it kind of looked a little tossed on there, only probably also because people were moving around and tossing things, myself included. But whenever, just a little note, whenever you see something fall in a video or you see me move something, I always put things back. Something will drop or something will a little come off or something, I will always pick it back up and put it back. I just keep it moving to finish filming whatever clip I'm getting, and then once I stop, I go back and I put everything back, because it's one thing I can't stand is when people are in a store and they just move things around and they're inconsiderate to the workers, unless the workers are trifling, because there is some stores I go to and they just are horrible people. So I'm not gonna lie, I don't bother putting anything back and I don't apologize for it. But when people just come in and they mess stuff up, and it's like, you can, I know it's their job, but you can at least have common courtesy and common decency. So yes, I do put everything back because it's just rude not to. Where is your home training? Where is it? Martha Stewart has a collection that was made exclusively for Macy's, and this is one of them. She has napkin rings and I want to say a tray. I don't know. I think it was a tray. I don't know if she has any more pieces, but she does have some fall pieces in Macy's, and it is exclusive and only for Macy's. So if you see it here, you're not going to see it in any other store. You're not going to see it in Nordstrom. You're not going to see it in Neiman Marcus or anything like that. I don't even think they sell her in Neiman Marcus, but she's in Macy's, and her prices are not as high as I thought they would be, since I've never actually bought her stuff or went out to buy her stuff or paid attention to her prices. So the way people go on about Martha Stewart and all of that, I figured her prices would be higher. So I guess she's more attainable, high-end home decor and cutlery and things like that. So that was nice to see. So if you like Martha Stewart, here's the board I was talking about, the tray. So if you like Martha Stewart, she does have her exclusive fall collection at Macy's. Not Macy's Backstage. I didn't see her in there. She might be in yours, but I doubt it. But she is in Macy's. My finger in the camera. It's been a while. This video, I filmed it on a whim. I wasn't coming in there to film there, so I didn't even have my tripod. So hopefully the quality ain't bad, but that's why my finger is in there again. When I saw it, I'll just slap my forehead. I need to stop pointing. I was talking to somebody and everybody was looking over there. I'm like, nobody was coming over here until I came over here. Now everybody want to come over here. I'm telling you, the whole time I was filming in Macy's Backstage, it was like people who wanted to ask me questions and then come over to the table I'm at. And it's like, I don't mind, but can you wait until I'm done filming, please, so that I'm not just sitting there holding the camera on one item or just shaking it or something because I'm talking to you. But anyway, just wanted to say that. That's all. There's no story behind it. That's just my finger. I am so excited for fall. Look at this setup. It's just marvelous. And my nails are starting to grow back, so I can start every fall. I'm a nail person. You're going to see some nail polish and some handbags come Christmas season, which I'm also excited for Macy's Christmas because they go all out. I'm so ready to get that to you when Christmas season kicks off, that is, because we aren't even in fall yet. Well, anyway, with that being said, this was Macy's and Macy's Backstage. I hope you enjoyed it, and the prices are affordable on one end and a little bit higher on the other. Pick and choose whichever one you want or mix and match. Next week, ladies and gentlemen, we are headed off to HomeSense to see what they have for us. With that being said, I'm your hostess and Empress, Nikki T. Thank you for visiting my empire. Deuces.